Mills Weather Center. Megan, what can we expect today? More of the same?
Well, so the rain is winding down right now. It's pushing off into eastern Oklahoma, which means if you're in western Oklahoma right now, you're totally dry. The metro, we do still have some showers and thunder around the area, but notice all of this is moving off to the east, which means by later this morning, I think by about 7 o'clock, we are dry from the west metro off into western Oklahoma, still dry, and all of that pushing to the east. Now later this afternoon, we will watch for additional thunderstorms to develop, and some of those could have hail, could have wind. We will hold on to a very low tornado threat. We'll talk about all that coming up. But if you are headed out the door right now, here's what you need to know. We've got light rain across the metro, no lightning with it right now. Heaviest of the rains are down south along the Red River and off into eastern Oklahoma, dry to the southwest, beginning to dry it out in the northwest. So holding on to a few thunderstorms from Medford down to Wacomas, Hennessy to Okarche, drying out in El Reno, Fairview, Waynoka, back to Woodward and Shattuck. You are dry. Same deal down to the southwest, Mangum to Elk City, Carnegie. You're dry, and you will stay dry most of the day today. Check out these rainfall amounts. There were spots in Grady County, southwest of OKC, more than half of a foot of rain. And of course, we do have the chance for a little bit more on the way. We'll talk about your latest forecast coming up here in a few minutes. Really let up here over the last several hours. We had numerous flash flood warnings in effect. I'll tell you, so much water, not just here across the metro, but statewide up in the Tulsa area. Flash flood warnings in effect on Saturday because of how much water they saw. And just over the last 3 days, Tulsa more than 6 inches, McAllister just under 6 inches, and then here in the metro, Will Rogers just under 2 inches. I'll tell you, back into western Oklahoma, you all have entirely, for the most part, just totally missed out on this deal, and you're starting to really need some rain. Over the last 24 hours, Guthrie more than 1.5 inches, here in the metro, 1 inch, and then we have a swath of rain down in Grady County near the Tuttle area to Chickasha that picked up 4 to 5 to even 6 inches of rain. That is half a foot of water. So much water. We don't need more, and we will have more storms later this afternoon and evening and into the overnight. We'll get into that here in just a second. A live look here from our Lucky Star Skycam network, Regency Cam. I don't know if you can see it here, but kind of some ominous cloud features there. You're waking up to 66 degrees. Of course, we're very saturated. Yesterday was a muggy day. You can kind of feel that storminess in the air ahead of storm chances last night. And here's where we stand right now. Back into western Oklahoma, we're totally dry. We've dried it out in the southwest. Lawton, you've dried it out. Same deal to Lindsay. Kingfisher, you're drying out right now to Caddo. Still raining in Ponca City to Stillwater, and here across the metro, very light showers, no lightning with this. Could have a rumble of thunder or two. The heaviest of the rains are still down south along the Red River and then off into eastern Oklahoma, of course, where they don't need any more water. Also up into northwestern Oklahoma, kind of the northern part of the state, I should say. It's raining from Medford to Wacomas down to Dover, Okarche. You're drying out. Fairview, you have dried out over to Cherokee. Still light rain in the Edmond area over to Guthrie, and then dry in the southwest as well. So this continues pushing off to the east through about 7 o'clock. Hold on to slight chances through the metro and down to the south, and we'll continue to just kind of trim this eastward as the morning progresses with much higher chances off into eastern Oklahoma. So today, temperature-wise, we're in the low to mid 70s. We'll have mostly cloudy skies, a few breaks in the clouds for a little bit of sunshine. The boundary down to the south, upper 60s, low 70s, upper 70s, so warmer down south along the boundary, 72 in OKC. And then this afternoon and evening, we'll watch for a few thunderstorms to fire in the northwest, and depending upon the timing, it could be a little bit later into the evening and overnight. Some data says later, some says earlier. We're going to go ahead and go with afternoon into the evening, a 40% chance, 30% chance here in the metro, and then during the overnight hours, that's going to shift farther south. So we will have a severe chance with this afternoon and evening round. Some hail, some gusty winds, and then can't rule out that low tornado threat. Tonight and into tomorrow morning, chances will be south of the metro, and then I do think we'll see some additional showers and thunderstorms through the day for your Tuesday, but nothing very widespread. Most of us will miss out. Tonight, we fall back into the 60s. It's a very mild night for us. Tomorrow morning and into the afternoon, there's that slight chance, mainly north of the metro and off into northeastern Oklahoma. Day by day here, our temperatures low to mid 70s. When do you get that in May? I mean, we've already